Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another recap of Baddies Africa Season 7, Episode 7, No Fine Wine. Let's get into it. So, it continues off with, I know it's hot, that's why the lights and stuff, I'm trying to be cool up in here. So, after Tavi and Kold Killer kept going at it in the kitchen, throwing food and bottles and stuff like that, Scotty comes out and just like, what's going on? Tavi's high as irate, and she literally kept saying the same thing that Cole Killer dapped up in the club, but Killer said she didn't. But then again, she turned around and said, "Yes, I dapped you up, but I didn't say none of that stuff you said." So basically, you kind of contradicting what she's saying. Like there's some truth to it, but then again, at the same time, one of y'all is lying. But at the same time, I could see Tavi. She basically was going hard, and you got Fauna and K. Rican. They just like Fauna over there eating her sandwich, and K. Rican's talking to the. I mean, just like then you see Ivory going to the closet. I guess the refrigerator or closet to get something. That must be a walk-in refrigerator. So she got the water came out, and they still going there. The Scotty's just like, what the heck is happening? Tavi goes outside to cool down. Ivory goes out there to help her and to check on her. She's like, listen, we getting ready to go to this winery, so I'm gonna need for you to get your hair and stuff done. And Tavi was like, yeah, come with me. She about to go back into the kitchen. She was like, nah, we're going this way. So eventually everybody gets ready. They put on their best fit. Um, everybody's looking cute except one. I don't know. For some reason, it's just not giving for me this season with her. And I'm actually kind of glad that summer ain't here. Like it's giving what it's supposed to give, but at the same time, Dolly, you doing too much. You are doing too much. Okay. First of all, take them daggone flower earrings off because you look like a fool. But anyway, nonetheless, certain girls get into the sprinter. Tavi ends up riding with Rolly, Cold Killer, and Ivory and Scotty. And then the rest of the girls rode in the other one. So you got Choco, LCK, and the rest of the girls in that one. So they're basically talking about the whole fights. Everybody was just like, well, this is what was said. And then it was like, it wasn't about Cold Killer, but at the same time, it was about Cold Killer because that's exactly what the whole issue started from in the beginning. And then it was just like, then Ivory checked Dolly was saying that you said that you beat me up this many times. And that was kind of smart the way they had him sit. Ivory sat all the way in the back of the sprinter, and then you got Dolly at the front. She was like, "No, that was just because that was before we got cool, before we made up. You still didn't whip her behind." But anyways, nonetheless, um, that went down. Then they all get to the winery. Summer's at one table with Nally, so you got Rolly, Scotty, Pretty P, Lex, Dolly, and somebody else. And then you got the other girls. No, Pretty P's at the other table, and they're sitting there talking. Natalie was just basically like, "Listen, y'all need to be cool because we don't want to get kicked out of this place." They were a little bit loud at the other table, and they was just like, "Y'all got to be cool and not be so loud." And Natalie was like, "I just want to drink my wine. Like, can y'all just not be on that type of time?" And the crazy way that they had them seated, why the heck was Lex and Scotty sitting next to each other? I thought they had beef. Like, why would y'all do that? Like, y'all put the problem people next to each other. Like, that's not even cool. Oh, Diamond was sitting with Natalie. So come to find out, they were since they were getting so loud. Natalie took those people at her table to the wine bar, and she basically was telling them like the only people that's basically been standing on business and been a leadership and baddie material is Scotty and Rolly. Nonetheless, they going through their issues, but that's just what it is. Diamond, her issue is still with Anna and how she hit her. So I can honestly see why she's saying that Diamond is not baddie material. So after that, she was like, the people that really deserve a chain, I already got that in mind, which is Dolly, but you're not getting any respect just right in there. You could have seen the hurt on Dolly's face when she said that. But in her confession, she said, "I'm not worried about the chain. I will get out when I get it." Girl, you was butt hurt. Don't say that. You were hurt. Okay. So after that, the girls they're still inside arguing. They wanted to see what the whole issue was. Pretty people just like, so what's the whole issue? Then they was like, well, Elsie said this about Killa. Well, the whole Killa situation. Tavi said the same thing, and it was just like it was up and stuck from there. Supposedly, K. Rika said some stuff, and Choco thought it was to her, and she like, "Listen, I don't know you. You just got here." So that was up from there. And then Tavi and Cold Killer was still going back and forth at the table. Next, people's like, why is stuff flying? Come to find out it's Cold Killer throwing stuff at Tavi. She threw, I think, a purse or something at her, and Tavi didn't flinch because she was like, I know now they said no fighting in the establishment, so she kept her cool composure. But once they got outside, that was a different story. We got Tavi and Killer going at it. Then by this time, Natalie comes outside and Lex, and they was like, "Oh my God, the girls are fighting! They really fighting!" They go run up to see what's happening. Then you got all these people in their altercation. So we got Tavi going at it with Cold Killer. Killer, her and her dad on kicks like they wasn't connecting like she said they was. But anyway, they kept going at it whether win, lose, or draw. Ivory kept trying to break it up. Like, listen, you're not gonna make my girl lose out here. We gonna do whatever we can to prevent that from happening. So okay. Ivory kept jumping in to stop that up. Security came in to help them as well. Then you got K Rican. She's standing she's standing next to Ivory, and Rush is on the side. Them two end up getting active. Then it was a whole bunch of fights. Fauna jumped in for Cold Killer because she was tired and exhausted. One fight. Then Killer got back active with her again. While they were standing there talking, well, Tavi was standing there talking to Ivory. After that, broke down and died down. Um, Killer was right in front of her, and she freaking socked her in her face, and her mouth started bleeding. Then they started going back active again. It's just like when y'all let it die down. Yeah, it was like a Royal Rumble outside at the winery. Like they didn't even taste no wine that much. Like y'all just fighting and 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 fighting. Like they could make that into a song and they could still be fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting. Yeah, that's pretty much what really happened on this episode. Wasn't too much going on because yeah, Ivory just kept jumping in to stop them from fighting like that. But yeah, next week some more stuff about to go down. People that you didn't even expect to fight get into it, like Tavi and Legs, Choco and Diamond. Like I think they fighting over the room. But then again, Natalie gave her that room, so why does she gotta share a room? Like, granted, she's an OG, she shouldn't have to share with nobody. Supposedly, that's what you said. But anyways, nonetheless, that's what happened in this episode. Hopefully y'all tune in because I got y'all. With that being said, bye.